Love getting out here, throwing the big heavy stuff, picking up a heavy rod and a really heavy weight. I'm talking ounce to 2 ounce weight, and going down some of these hard lines, trying to punch up some big largemouth bass. So it doesn't get much better than doing it here at Lake Guntersville. When I'm punching this grass, you know, I'm using 1.25 ounce weight right now. And you can see we're coming down this hard edge right here. So the wind's blowing into it, there's a little current going to it, and I'm just trying to go down and hit every little point or every little cut where this current is running into this mat. You know, and then when you punch in there with the 1.25 ounces, I'm not having to really work my bait through there a ton to get it through. I mean, I let it go to the bottom on my first pitch when I get it through, and I make a couple cranks and get it up under the actual mat up higher in the water column. But generally you don't have to soak your bait. Like if they're there and they're gonna bite, they bite it quick. I want to get it through, keep that bail open. Seems like 90% of the bites come on that first fall. So I've got my finger on the handle, or my hand on the handle, ready to engage and set the hook as soon as I think I might feel a bite. Little guy. Well, we got into this really thick mat right here. And even though he's little, I just put on 1.75 ounce weight. Hydrilla bass, Lake Guntersville. You can see how hard this line is right here, and it's so thick, my 1.25 ounces was not going through. So we stepped it up a 1/2 ounce, got bit right away. I liked that as soon as I put on that bigger weight, I got bit. That's a good sign. Yeah, I am flipping a max scent creature hog. I want to use max scent pretty much anytime I can. Like, I truly believe in the scent, and I especially believe in it when you're throwing a weight, you know, that's that big, 1.75 ounces, that's a giant weight. When you're throwing that thing, you know, surely to me, something probably feels unnatural to those fish when they're picking it up. So if you have a bait that's got a lot of scent and they don't want to spit it out like max scent, I feel like that's going to give me an extra second or two to get a hook set in on those fish. What I like to target flipping the grass is that 3 to 8 feet. I am definitely looking for hydrilla, you know, some milfoil too. You could also, same deal, have some blown in eelgrass, you know, that makes a mat into the edge of some of these hydrilla mats. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, bass prefers hydrilla over anything. All right, so the bait we used for punching today, I told you in the video, I love max scent. I'm gonna use it anytime I can get away with it, basically. And that's just becoming more and more often. But I especially love it when I'm using a big heavyweight like we were today. I really believe these fish are gonna hold on to it a little bit longer, whether that's 2 seconds or 10 seconds. That's a big difference when you're punching and you're flipping and everything. So I do believe the scent makes a big difference. Now, as far as the bait goes, it is a 4-inch creature hog. Green Pumpkin Party was the color that we threw today. It's a 1 3/4 ounce weight. Of course, we have a little peg stop there. Probably should have put 2 with such a heavy weight because it'll move that stop around. So if you're ever struggling with that, you can throw another one on there. And then this is a 4/0 straight shank Fusion 19 hook. And we can actually take the bait off there just to show you. It's got a nice keeper to hold the bait on, and it's got just a super sharp, I mean, this hook is a gaff. It gets them so good, guys. So that's a 4/0 straight shank hook. It is sticky, as you can see right there, very, very sticky. And you don't want to just, as you saw in the video, just like set with everything you've got with this bait. You really want to reel down and reel into them really hard. It's not like you're making long casts. You have braided line, no stretch. So it's not a big heavy hook set, it's a reel down and pull up, and that's gonna really help you put a lot more fish in the boat. Now I have this also on 50-pound braided line. This is Berkley X5 braid. Again, a 711 extra heavy rod. This is the Fantasista X from Abu Garcia. I love this rod because of how light it is for a 711 extra heavy. Insane amount of power in this rod, so strong, and they just hold up to the test really well. So 711 extra heavy, and then Revo Rocket, of course. Anytime you're flipping, you want to have a Revo Rocket. Only takes a few turns of the handle to have the bait right back in your hand, make the next pitch. I think it's a 10-to-1 gear ratio. It picks up like 45 inches per turn. It is 10-to-1, and 44 inches. The rod is where the power's at. So I'm using that rod to pull the fish towards me. All the reel is doing is either reeling in my bait or reeling in the slack once I hook a fish and I start pulling it towards me. I definitely like the wind behind me. Like, that was something Randall Tharp taught me a long time ago, is when you got a breeze and you're fishing shallow, use it to your advantage, you know? So that's why I'm going with the wind while we're doing this. Makes it a little harder to position the boat and everything, but you can be so much more quiet. This move is super quiet. That's the one thing I love about using it in shallow water. Super, super quiet, and it comes through the grass very well. So definitely feel like that is an advantage. So obviously, guys, anytime you're fishing shallow, having power poles on the back of your boat to anchor your boat and be really quiet is key. One thing I've done is move from 8-foot blades to 10-foot blades. The 8-footers will hold you in about 6 to 6.5 feet, not quite 7 feet. But some of this grass we're fishing today is actually 7 feet, and I can put those 10-footers all the way down and hold us in a spot. That might be a better one. Come here. Oh, I think he's still on there. Gosh, that stuff is thick. He's still there. 2-pounder. 2.5. He's not terrible. He's hidden, actually. Shoot, he might be a 3. The more I got a glimpse of him, the bigger he got. Dude, the bigger weight made the difference, guys. Bigger weight. Yeah, he's 2 3/4. That's what I'm gonna say. Not bad. You see right where he came from too. He wasn't on the edge. He was in there just a little bit. All this eelgrass is blown in on top of the hydrilla. It looks like it's eelgrass. It's just matted eelgrass over the hydrilla. Come here. Another good one. Chunky. All right. Dude, okay. This is called little school in the mat, because look where the first one came and look where the second one came. I'm talking right next to each other. It's a 3-pounder for sure. I want you guys to see how close they are apart. Like right there and right here. That's awesome. Okay. All right, dude, I'm gonna let you go. Straight back down in the mat.